Hey, what is up guys? This is Anthony, aka BatBomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the DC Collectibles The Atom from the Legends of Tomorrow show. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure is showcased in your standard DC Collectibles window box packaging. Turning the box around, we can see other figures from the CW television shows, like The Flash, White Canary, and Kid Flash. So with the box out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. And here is the Atom out of the box. And man, what a cool Atom figure from DC Collectibles. They did such a good job with the sculpt and paint, and the accessories are really cool too. But where this piece lacks, like most DC Collectibles, is the articulation. The articulation is honestly laughable and really bad. But for the most part, it's still a pretty decent figure and I think you might like it. But before we take a closer look at the figure, let's take a look at the accessories. So the Atom does have a decent amount of accessories. Starting off, he comes with 4 thruster effect pieces, 4 pairs of interchangeable hands, 2 having built-in effect pieces. So with the accessories out of the way, let's take a closer look at the Atom. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at the Atom. This is actually a pretty cool figure from DC Collectibles. I think the sculpt is actually fantastic. Like most figures from DC Collectibles, they really do a great job on the sculpt and the paint, and with this figure they did not hold back with that. The sculpting is fantastic with lots of intricate details, like all these like pistons and studs right there and whatnot. All the silver painting just all looks fantastic. I love the addition of the clear visor just kind of going over his face, and it almost kind of looks like it's illuminated like how it is in the show. I think that looks really cool too. You can definitely see the character actor's face under that, which is actually old school from Superman Returns. So his name escapes. Remind me in the comments what his actual name is. I forget, but I actually do really like him in the show. He's a really cool character, even though, you know, his suit is somewhat Iron Man-ish, and that's kind of how they made the Atom out to be, which is a little weird, but still very cool design in my opinion. Again, all the sculpting looks fantastic, lots of paint detailing and paint differentiation throughout the figure. I just think that looks fantastic. Lots of great sculpt work. All this detail just looks really, really good. Got some Atom butt right there. That looks really good. The belt has lots of cool stuff on it. All just looks really, really good. If you really took the time to just sit and admire this figure for what it really is, it's actually pretty cool. You know, if you're just straight up not a fan of this design of the Atom, then you're probably not going to like it. But if you do like this design, as far as the sculpt and the paint goes, this is probably the best figure you're going to get based on that version of the Atom. So if you're looking for something like that, I think you'll actually really, really like this. So again, sculpt, paint is really, really good. So let's take a look at some of the accessories. So the hands we do get a ton of hands, so they're going to be on those standard pegs that we get with a lot of DC collectible stuff. I always get really worried with wrist pegs like this for a lot of DC collectibles because a lot of them feel very brittle. I haven't broken one yet, but I always feel like that's going to happen with DC collectibles, so that's a little worry. So, you know, I have a closed-fisted hand right there. This is more of an open palm hand. We get some hands like this with the fingers a little more out. We get even some like more closed hands, almost like a gripping hand. That's pretty cool. But we get these hands right here where he can actually shoot his little effect piece, and the effect piece is actually built into the hand, so it's a part of the hand, like so, and that's done in a really nice clear blue plastic. I think that looks really, really good. I love that. You can kind of just bend the wrist down and get him some nice shooting poses like that. I think that looks really, really cool. We do get 2 of those for each hand. Again, really nice, nicely done with that clear blue plastic. Wow, I feel like I cannot talk today. Man, you guys are going to have to bear with me here. But that all looks really, really cool. What I do like, we do get some more effect pieces and all these like thruster effect pieces. So we got some for like right here. We have some exhaust ports right here behind the shins, and we get these little ones right here that kind of just peg right into the sections of the back of the shins like so. So we can get that one right there, and we can get another one over there, just like that. So you can see what we're actually doing here. So make it look like he has those thrusters. Again, kind of Iron Man-ish. And now we have these ones right here. These are a little odd because there's a little section right in there, these little slots right in there, where you're gonna slide these in like so. And they don't even really look like exhaust ports, but I guess that's what they are. And you can kind of just, you know, slide those in there, tuck them in there, something like that. And that's what you're gonna get for the back of the effects like so. So if you want to fly them around, you can put those in the back and you get some stuff like that. I think it's pretty cool. I probably won't display them with it. I don't know if you might want to, who knows. Then you put those like hand effect pieces on there, would be pretty cool. So yeah, I think that's a pretty cool addition that they bothered to added stuff like that. Like I said, kind of an Iron Man-ish type of feel. And again, they're really nicely molded in that really clear, bright blue plastic, which I do appreciate. So let's take a look at the articulation, because like a lot of DC collectible figures, the articulation is what suffers, you know, due to, I guess, the hands of the intense sculpt that they want to, you know, keep true to. So let's take a look at that. So the head is on a ball joint. It does roll around like so. It does turn left and right, up about that far, down about that far. You do get some head pivot. Again, I cannot talk today. What is wrong with me? Head pivot, just like so. Arms can go a full 360. What I do like, these shoulder pieces right here are on a hinge, so they do not really get in the way. So when you want to put the arm up, you just lift that up like that, and you can lift the arm all the way up to the side, just like so. So that works out very nice. I do like that. We get a single bend at the elbow. There's also a slight swivel at the elbow. It is hindered a bit with the sculpting of these little hinges right here for the armor. So that hinders a little bit from going so much to the side and whatnot. Wrist pegs to rotate like that, as well as a hinge. This figure does have a waist cut right under the armor here, like right below this red, going all the way around up in there. You can see where the waist cut is. Here's the thing with that. You can't rotate it, you can't crunch it, you can't pivot it. There is a cut there, but it does nothing. So I'm not sure what the point of that was. That's ridiculous, and that's the kind of stuff that really frustrates me from truly loving DC collectible stuff, because great sculpt, great paint, and then we have a cut there that does nothing. Why? Ugh. Pisses me off, and it really hinders me from really loving this figure. So anyways, the hips can kick forward about that much, which is not great. Back further than forward, which is really weird when on a figure for sometimes. Do the splits about that much, which is not great. I feel like they can go more with, but I feel like I would snap the pegs, and I don't want to do that. So that's a little disappointing too. No swivel at the thigh. We do get a double jointed knee. That works pretty good for the most part. I do like that. We get an ankle joint, allows you to point the toe up and down. It seems semi-ratcheted, so that helps. It does not rotate, but it has a very nice ankle rocker. So overall, I think this is actually a pretty decent figure for what it is. Like I said, if you're a big fan of the TV shows, the CW shows, big fan of this design, you're definitely going to want this figure. He, again, lacks an articulation like a lot of other DC collectibles. If you didn't grab the Mattel version, I do think this version is vastly superior. I think if you really can look past the articulation, then you will definitely love this piece. So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Captain America figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. And just for fun, here he is standing next to a little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the DC Collectibles The Atom from the Legends of Tomorrow series. Now overall, I actually do think this is a really good piece of The Atom. I think DC Collectibles did such a great job with the sculpt and paint of the figure, and I actually really do like his accessories and interchangeable parts. All of those are really awesome, except when you get down to the articulation, as per usual with DC Collectibles, that hinders everybody from truly loving these toys. And that's a shame, because like I said, we do get such good sculpt and paint that it sucks that the articulation just craps it out. But what are you gonna do? And if you're a fan of this design, then you will definitely love this figure. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.